What's up, YouTube? It's Onion Bomb here on Ascent Sports, and welcome to our NFL 2023 playoff predictions. I am being joined by Isaiah and Jimmy. Steven is not here, but I do have his playoffs, and I also have the Bulls. But okay, so what I was just about to say was Madden was not working, so I wasn't gonna be able to give you a playoff bracket via Madden and via Madden simulations because something was whacking up with the EA launcher and PC. I was getting very frustrated. I was pretty much calling it, but as I go to edit this, I came to this part in the video. And as one last ditch effort, I tried to load Madden, and lo and behold, it loaded up, and I was able to sim the games and give a playoff bracket. So, yeah, I'm going to edit it in. So, yeah, that's it. I have Madden 2, pretty much. I got the Bulls. I got everyone else's. So we are going to predict the playoffs for this NFL season. This is also going to count for our wild card picks, and then we'll do divisional and all the others. But yeah, just making one video this year since it's easier. All right, starting it off with the AFC and starting it off with me. The Chargers at the Jaguars. I am going with the Jaguars to beat the Chargers. Doug Peterson really has them turned up, and I don't know, the Chargers are just keen to choke. They seem to barely be able to get to the playoffs, so I think this could be a loss for them. So I'm gonna take the Jaguars. And then the Bills at the Dolphins. Give me the Bills. Can't get first round exited to the 7th seed. With the expectations they have, and with everything that went on with Lamar, I don't see it. So give me the Bills. And the Bengals and the Ravens. I have the Bengals beating the Ravens. Moving on as well. I think they're a better team than the Ravens, and with or without Lamar, I think they'll be able to beat them. And that is another thing. Lamar is a question, and that makes them an entirely different team, pretty much. So that shapes up my divisional round at Chiefs and Jags and Bills and Bengals. The game that got canceled shows up in the divisional round. So automatically, I definitely have the Chiefs beating the Jaguars. I definitely think that's going to happen. I have the Chiefs moving on to the AFC Championship. The Jaguars, definitely a new team in the playoffs. I don't think they'll be able to beat the Chiefs. But definitely already a successful season for them. But then, this is where I was back and forth. Bills and Bengals. I was teeter-tottering. The game, I don't know. I went with the Bengals. They just seem like, they just seem like the overall that they're just a well put together team, well rounded team, and I don't know, that they seem to be winning the Bills game. I could go either way, but I think the Bengals are gonna win it. So that makes the AFC Championship rematch Chiefs and Bengals. I have yet to see the Chiefs beat the Bengals. It's probably going to be 27-24. But I have the Bengals once again going to the Super Bowl.
I have literally the same exact thing. Besides, the Bengals winning the Super Bowl. Or the Super Bowl. The Bengals winning the AFC Championship. I have
Uh,
the Chiefs winning the AFC Championship because I will blow my brains out if the Bengals go to again.
yeah, it was
Um,
hard.
but yeah, I think like the Jaguars and Chargers. I think that one could go either way, but I'm feeling the Jags. Uh, Bengals Dolphins. The Bengals should win that. I don't even know if Tua's playing. Same thing with the Bills and Ravens. I don't know if Lamar's playing, so I got Bills. Chiefs, Jags. I gotta take the Chiefs in that. And then Bengals and Bills. I don't know. I just feel like the Bengals are kind of turning up right now.
Yeah,
Like now that they got Chase back. So yeah, I think I just I don't. And then the Bills. I'm pretty sure Josh Allen's hurt, and like nobody wants to talk about it, but I'm pretty sure like he's been hurt. And like I don't know. They've had all these expectations since the very beginning of the season. We know how like unless you're like New England, like expectations, teams never finish how they're supposed to. Teams never win where they're supposed to, you know? It just
mm,
happens. So being like the Super Bowl favorite in the beginning is kind of spooky.
yeah.
So yeah, I took the Bengals, and then I took the Chiefs over them. I think the Chiefs will figure it out. Uh, I sure hope so. I sure hope the Chiefs figure it out,
That would be
honestly.
nice. They're right. They just literally need like a touchdown.
Yeah, or a field goal just to tie it. Then another one.
All right. For me, I have against the Jags and the Chargers. I have the Chargers taking it.
Hey, look at Jimmy
Bengals,
believing in Justin
Dolphins.
Herbert.
Yeah, Herbert first playoff victory. Bengals, Dolphins, Bengals. Bills, Ravens. It's gonna be the Bills. Honestly, the Bills and the Bengals have really easy wild card games, so they should easily come out of that.
The Bills and
Uh,
who? Bengals?
the Bengals and the Bills have really easy.
We're better than both these teams.
All right. In my
Yeah.
divisional games, Chiefs against the Chargers. I have the Chiefs. Bengals against the Bills. So that if they do this, it has to be in a neutral field.
Hmm.
All right, but I have the Bills being the Bengals in divisional, and in the championship game, conference championship, I have Chiefs against the Bills, and I have seen the script, the NFL script, and the Bills will win it.
The Bills will win it.
Yep.
I had the Bills with the preseason, and honestly, they still could win. I think that it's between the Chiefs, Bills, and Bengals. And then
Yeah.
everybody else, like maybe, but if one of those three don't win it, it would be a surprise.
Jimmy Steven, I believe, has the exact same thing as you. He has the Chargers over Jags, Bills over Dolphins, Bengals over Ravens, Chiefs over Chargers, Bills over Bengals, and then
This is
Bills
crazy.
over Chiefs, and he has the Bills going to the Super Bowl. So,
I know we're not gonna have the same NFC, so
before we get back to us, we have one more thing, and the bowl.
the
And my
bowl,
goodness, did the bowl not disappoint? The bowl.
the
And
bowl.
my goodness, did the bowl not disappoint? The
All right.
bowl has the Dolphins beating the Bills, the Chargers beating the Jags, and the Ravens beating the Bengals, making the divisional round Chiefs and Dolphins and Chargers and Ravens. The bowl, of course, has the Dolphins beating the Chiefs,
Nice.
and then the Chargers beating the Ravens. So the Bulls AFC Championship is Dolphins and Chargers, and it has the Dolphins, the seventh seed Dolphins, going to the Super Bowl.
I mean, if Tua can play, if he plays,
Yeah, if he plays.
yo, low key, if I was a quarterback, I'd want to play in Miami. I know like Tua has been getting hurt, but like imagine having Tyreek and Waddle right now. Like literally
Yeah.
just throw it up.
All right. So for Madden's bracket here, um, it is also pretty wild. The season Madden had for predictions in our prediction series was actually started out pretty decent, kind of fell off the last couple weeks or so, but I wasn't expecting this wild of a prediction from Madden after it was kind of sort of smart, but this remind me, oh, it's Madden. But yeah, I guess it doesn't. There's a lot of injuries though. It doesn't take into account for, but still, it's a little wild. Maybe not too wild. Maybe I'll let go. But yeah, for Madden's AFC, for Bills and Dolphins, it does have the Dolphins beating the Bills. For Jags and Chargers, it does have, if the Chargers beating the Jags, that's fine. That could happen. And then Bengals and Ravens, it has the Ravens beating the Bengals. Now, it does not have injuries for Tua or Lamar, I don't think. But either way, I think the Bills and Bengals win regardless. But that's neither here nor there. This is Madden's prediction. That leaves it with Chiefs and Dolphins and Chargers and Ravens. Madden does have the Chiefs beating the Dolphins. Nothing crazy there. And then as the Ravens beating the Chargers. So the AFC Championship for Madden is Chiefs and Ravens. And it does have the Chiefs moving on to the Super Bowl. So at the end of the day, not wild in the AFC at the very end, but just some interesting wild card results to make some interesting divisional matchups.
All right, for the NFC, first game in the wild card, the Buccaneers against the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys. Tom Brady's gonna lose his first game to the Cowboys. Then next up, 49ers against the Seahawks. You know what? Brock is going to play his heart out. Defense is going to stand still. I got the 49ers. And the Vikings and the Giants. Everyone's calling for the upset. I'm going with the Vikings. Then, in the divisional round, Eagles against the Cowboys. I got the Eagles. If Jalen Hurts is back. Next up, 49ers against the Vikings. I got the 49ers again. Sorry, Isaiah, but I got them again. Then finally, in the conference championship, I got the Eagles against the 49ers. And I got the 49ers.
Bills 49ers.
Yes.
Interesting.
Nice.
Well, all right. I have the Buccaneers beating the Cowboys. I just think Brady's not going out like this. And unfortunately, the Cowboys, I know they've been trying to break that stigma of like just choking, but I don't know. I think Brady's gonna have one more. You know, it can't end on two straight playoff losses because then it's like if you end on two, it's like you better retire now, and he doesn't want to retire. You know, he loves football. So yeah, I got the Bucks.
Can I ask a question real quick? Did the Cowboys bench
What?
No.
last week? Yeah, that's
No.
what I thought. They got
'Cause
killed.
Yeah, by Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dak is having interception issues right now, so.
Cowboys like issues. So yeah, I got the Bucks. 49ers Seahawks. I have the 49ers, unfortunately. In another universe, in another world. But maybe they'll do it. The 49ers just look really good right now. And then Vikings Giants. Honestly, it would be cool to take the Giants, but I've been riding with the Vikings this long. And I think they are the better team. I think they played and the Vikings won as well. But yeah, I got the Vikings. Next, we got the Eagles Bucks. I'm going to take the Eagles. I believe that's where it ends for the Bucks. But the Eagles, they are playing really well, and I think Hurts will be good by then. I think he will play. If he played this last week. So yeah, I think Hurts is gonna be fully back. I think they're gonna be back. Uh, and then 49ers Vikings. Jimmy, this is where I disagree. I'm rolling with the Vikings. I think things will go right. I think they will get it done, you know. The 49ers, they're great. And this is purely out of bias. I just got the Vikings. I just think they're built different. I think Christian McCaffrey isn't enough. I think the Vikings defense is like top 3. And then Eagles Vikings. I'm going to take the Vikings. The Vikings are my NFC champion.
I mean, you came this far.
They're going I really think they have a chance. Like if they can just turn it up, it's good. The toughest actually I shouldn't say this, but 49ers is going to be tough. If they can if they can beat the Giants, if they can get a win, I think they can do it. Especially if they get like a good win. No Marquise.
What about the Eagles, though? They've already got cooked by them once.
Well, they got to beat the 49ers first.
That is what they can.
If they do face the Eagles, they just try.
It's possible. It's possible.
They try to win again. It's a different game. So yeah, my Super Bowl is Chiefs Vikings. My preseason Super Bowl was Bills Vikings. So I had to make the little adjustment, but
sometimes it happens. All right. For me, the Buccaneers and Cowboys, like Isaiah, even though I wasn't high and still are not high on the Buccaneers, I have the Buccaneers beating the Cowboys. The Cowboys are having serious issues at the wrong time. And Tom Brady showing flashes that he can still, even if the team around him isn't playing too well, he can still do it to get at least a W. I think they'll win this, and and I know they're like a uneven team in the playoffs. They're 8-9, but there was a negative team in the playoffs once upon a time in the recent years, and then I believe they won their first game after a certain beast quake. So sometimes when they're expected to lose, they win. So I'm going with the Buccaneers. And then 49ers, Seahawks. Yeah, I'm going with the 49ers. The 49ers defense is playing insane. Sorry, Gino, but this is where they're going to right back. And then the Vikings and Giants. I am also going with the Vikings. I just never really saw the Giants going anywhere, and I think the Vikings will at least be able to beat the Giants. So I think just like Isaiah, my divisional round for the NFC is Eagles and Buccaneers and 49ers and Vikings. Eagles and Buccaneers, yes, I have the Eagles moving on. I do not think the Buccaneers are good enough to beat the Eagles. If Tom Brady can lose to Nick Foles, he'll lose to Jalen Hurts. And then 49ers, Vikings, I have the 49ers moving on. I think the defense is going to be too much, and I think the offense of the 49ers will be able to get it done against a not too good Vikings defense.
Not too good, he says. They are not too good.
Not okay. And then my NFC championship is the Eagles 49ers. And I'm going with the 49ers. Just their defense really good. I just think they're going to beat the Eagles. And yes, Brock Purdy in a Super Bowl. My Super Bowl is Bengals 49ers.
Ugh.
Alright, for Steven's NFC, 49ers Seahawks. He actually has the Seahawks beating the 49ers. Hey. He also has the Vikings beating the Giants.
Nice.
And he has the Buccaneers beating the Cowboys.
Oh, that helps out the Vikings a lot.
So
Let's go.
his divisional round is Eagles against Seahawks and Vikings against Buccaneers.
Don't do this.
He has the Seahawks beating the Eagles. So
Really?
the
Oh yeah, because the Eagles.
Eagles beat the 49 or Seahawks beat the 49ers and the Eagles. And he has the Buccaneers beating the Vikings.
Come on.
So Steven's NFC Championship is Seahawks Buccaneers.
Imagine.
And Steven has the Buccaneers going to the Super Bowl.
Unbelievable, this guy. Tom Brady again.
So he has...
I hate Tom Brady.
He has Bills, Buccaneers.
Brady versus the Bills.
Let's take a look at the Bull now. The Bull also has the Seahawks beating the 49ers. The Bull has the Vikings beating the Giants. And the Cowboys beating the Buccaneers. So the divisional round for the Bull is Eagles and Seahawks and Vikings and Cowboys. The Bull has the Seahawks also beating the Eagles. And has the Vikings beating the Cowboys. So the Bulls' NFC Championship is Seahawks and Vikings. And the Bull is going to send the Vikings to the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
So the Bulls Super Bowl is Dolphins Vikings.
Hell yeah.
Alright, for Madden's NFC playoff bracket, 49ers and Seahawks. Madden has the Seahawks moving on. A little surprised at that. And then Vikings and Giants has the Vikings. And for Buccaneers and Cowboys, it has the Buccaneers. So that sets up with Eagles and Seahawks and Vikings and Buccaneers. For Eagles and Seahawks, it has the Eagles moving on to the NFC Championship. And for Vikings and Buccaneers, it has the Buccaneers moving on to the NFC Championship, leaving the NFC Championship Eagles and Buccaneers. And Madden absolutely loving Tom Brady, thinking he's going to pull out some magic, which honestly he might, not impossible, but has the Buccaneers going to the Super Bowl, making their Super Bowl Chiefs and Buccaneers round 2. Alright, one thing left, guys. The result. I'll start us off. I have Bengals 49ers, an unprecedented Super Bowl a weird Super Bowl for a weird year. I think this is a historical rematch, if I'm not mistaken. But this year has had a lot of people expected to lose, and they haven't. I believe no one really expects Brock Purdy to win a Super Bowl. But dang it, that is what I have. I have the 49ers beating the Bengals to win the Super Bowl. I just think the 49ers defense is just really solid right now. I think they'll be able to stop the Bengals enough, and I think Brock Purdy and crew with McCaffrey, Kittle, Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, I think they'll be able to get it going against the Bengals defense. I think it'll be a close game, but I have the 49ers winning it.
For my Super Bowl, I have the Chiefs versus the Vikings. And I got the Vikings. Honestly, if they can make it to this game, this is like their best chance. If they can beat the Eagles and 49ers, I think the Chiefs, they should be able to win that, right? I feel like that's possible. And then the Chiefs, I think their luck finally runs out because I think they're overachieving a little bit. But I don't know, just something about that. Like I feel like Mahomes, like he's just playing so good, and like you got Kelsey, you got Andy Reid. And they're kind of sneaky, even though they're the 1 seed. But I feel like everybody is on like the Bills Bengals wave. Ever since Joe Burr,
Yeah.
Joe Shiesty, if you will.
For my Super Bowl, I got the Bills 49ers. And that is due to the NFL script is the Bills winning it.
So you're saying it's rigged?
It's the NFL.
That's crazy.
Steven has Bills Buccaneers, and he too has the Buffalo Bills getting it done and winning the Super Bowl. Tom Brady can get there, but he can't quite get it done. So we have 49ers, Vikings, Bills. And the Bull has Dolphins, Vikings. The Bull is saying the Vikings are going to win the Super Bowl over the Dolphins.
2 in on Minnesota.
So, Vikings, Bills, 49ers. For the result of Madden Super Bowl, Chiefs and Buccaneers. It has the opposite of what happened a couple years ago. Madden has the Chiefs getting their revenge and having the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. So all in all, not too wild at the end of the day. Just, I don't know. Well, we'll see. Chiefs are a very valid result. Just, some throughout the wild card divisional round. Some interesting picks. But all right, guys, that is gonna do it. Let us know what you think. I'm sure there's going to be a plethora of opinions. So yeah, not only one team can win this. There is there was a lot. Man, honestly, I was hardcore debating between Bills, Chiefs, and Bengals, who I thought was going to go. I had the 49ers. I had small debate if I wanted the Eagles or 49ers, but I had the 49ers for a while. But it was really down to who I thought the AFC person was gonna be. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the Bengals are gonna make it. But I could definitely see the Chiefs or Bills. I could even see them winning. I don't know. It's gonna get interesting later in the playoffs. It's gonna get interesting. Once the wild card is done, we will go. We'll use these wildcard picks and we'll have the points, the records, and we'll repick the divisional once they're actually set. And we'll do that with the championship and Super Bowl and have a mini playoff thing like we always do. And then that's going to be our NFL season in the books for the world and Ascent Sports. But for now, guys, that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like or dislike, subscribe or don't subscribe. No, it's always up to you. See you guys next week with us. Goodbye.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning.